Sometimes you buy perfumes that you don't really like and you don't want to buy again, but other times you do come across the occasional perfume that you absolutely love and would definitely buy again. So in this video I'm kind of gonna explore what kind of perfumes that I have and would buy again. First one of which is a classic here, Shalimar. The thing about Shalimar, the main downside is that it's pretty expensive. I think the full bottle, I think a 3.4 ounce bottle is, I don't know, $140, maybe $150. It's pretty expensive. A smaller bottle might be around just $90 to $100. But, I obviously have the sample here. But the smell, so before buying it, I knew it was going to be smoky, oriental. That's what it was designed for. It came out in 1925 when oriental scents were very new, very popular. And that's pretty much what I wanted, so I decided to get the sample. And immediately I knew that there was something really kind of special about Shalimar. And what I like most about it is it smells really authentically incensey and smoky and resinous. You can imagine getting some little pebbles of tree resin and burning them in a fire, and it releases that smoky kind of aroma. And that's really what you get from Shalimar. It's also mixed with some vanilla and a little bit of powderiness, but for the most part it's very smoky with a little bit of dried citrus notes. And I mean, you could just see the bottle itself looks pretty luxurious. It has that fine craftsmanship. And having a full bottle would probably last me for the rest of my life, because I'm pretty sparing with how much perfume I put on. Just a few sprays, that's enough, especially for Shalimar. Shalimar is very strong, so you don't need to put too much on. But that's one I would definitely repurchase. The whole bottle I would probably get. If only if it was more affordable. The next one here is probably my top 3. Let's see. You could tell by the bottle. If you know it, you know it. The L'air du Temps by Nino Ricci. The thing about this is that, well, it's actually also pretty old, like Shalimar came out in 1948. The thing about it is that it is a floral fragrance, but it, instead of being, light, bright, floral sort of thing, it has a certain, it's grounded by these kind of amber notes, which really makes it unique. It's not really sweet. There's a little bit of sweetness, but it's not prominent. It's I always describe it as kind of oily, this luxurious, oily, floral kind of scent. And it's one of my favorites because of that, because a lot of floral fragrances are fleeting. You put them on and they disappear pretty much, in a few hours, or they're too sweet for my personal tastes. But L'air du Temps is the perfect balance between these natural floral notes and these kind of amber, woody, more, earthy notes. So, plus the bottle. This is obviously a very small sample, but the full bottle is the same. It has the same shape, it has the birds on top, all that. So, I think the full bottle only has 1 bird. This has 2 birds, but I'm not sure. But that's definitely, fortunately, unlike Shalimar, this is more affordable. L'air du Temps, I think, is like $70 to $80. So, not as bad. Still kind of expensive, but not as bad. The other one here is Sublime by Jean Patou. The Jean Patou brand is mainly known for producing Joy, formerly known as the most expensive perfume in the world. Sublime is a less known kind of alternative, I suppose. It's also newer. I think it came out in the 90s. And the thing that I like about it, actually, you can kind of get an idea from the color of the liquid. Very kind of bright, a little bit tropical, I would say. Floral, a little bit fruity, and surprisingly warm fragrance. I actually did not know what to expect when I bought this sample, because I was just kind of going through, alright, what does Jean Patou have besides Joy? And Sublime, immediately, when I first smelled it, I was sure that it was some sort of tropical pineapple, I don't know, sort of fragrance. Putting it on, it is kind of like that. A little less tropical, a little more kind of warm and summery. And it has very unique notes. It has a sweetness that isn't sugary. It's more like natural fruit sweetness, like a kind of ripe orange sort of thing. Or, yeah, like a ripe orange. And that is balanced with some floral notes that give it a slightly different sort of sweetness, and then grounded by woodsy notes, mainly. And that kind of bouncing back and forth between the sweet, natural notes and then the, non-sweet ground notes. That's a really interesting balance. And that's also, it's right up there with Le du Temps for me, in the top 3 sort of thing, or top 5. And it's just a really, it's really good day fragrance, I would say, and it lasts a surprisingly long time. Similar to Le du Temps, it does have that oily quality where it really sticks to you. It's a little bit syrupy, that sort of thing. So really kind of a delicious sort of fragrance. And I don't know how much it is. I think it's maybe $60, so not too bad. You can see the actual bottle, what it looks like. And overall, it's just a really good sort of scent. Just, delightful. So the next one here is Coco by Chanel. So this is kind of forgotten fragrance, because Coco, this version, has been overshadowed by a more recent version called Coco Mademoiselle. I don't know when that came out, and I don't know what it smells like. This one came out in the 80s, and it's just one of the spiciest perfumes I've come across. And it's unique because it has these notes of kind of cloves and, I don't know, maybe nutmeg or something, or allspice, but it has those very distinct spices that you don't often find. And then it's grounded with some wood notes, plenty of musk. The top notes have a few kind of floral notes that smooth it out so it doesn't burn your nose. But the thing about this is that it's just, I really like how warm it is. Some perfumes are very cold, very fresh, which is nice, if you want something refreshing, but sometimes you want something warmer, a little just different. And this is definitely different, definitely very warm, and versatile, actually. Good for, I would say, the daytime and the evening because of that. It is expensive, obviously, being from Chanel. I think the base kind of small bottle is $90, and then it goes up from there, so I probably still would get it, though. So the last one is one that I did not expect to like, is Dolce & Gabbana Sicily. And the thing about this is that I pretty much got this randomly, because I figured, alright, I might as well try something from Dolce & Gabbana. And Sicily looked intriguing. The bottle, the sample packaging looks very mysterious. And it's definitely an intriguing scent, because you would think from the packaging, you know, this pitch black gold sort of thing, you would think it'd be musky, smoky, but it's actually not. It has some fruit notes, has a lot of floral notes, and then it has some kind of minor musk notes. And something about it is very, you know, it has some sweetness, but that sweetness is mixed with just a touch of spiciness, and then a touch of freshness that comes from somewhere, and then a touch of the woodsiness. So it's kind of a blend of a bunch of different things that I didn't expect to like, and but I did like it. So the other benefit is that it also lasts a long time. That's another thing I did not expect. It probably lasts around 7 hours, you know, a long time. So I don't know how much this one is actually, Sicily. I don't know, probably around $70, but I actually have no idea. So other than that, I mean, those are the 5 that I would repurchase, because I think based on their quality, their longevity, and just their overall craftsmanship, I think they're worth rebuying. Not just the samples that I have here, obviously, but also the full bottles I think would be worth it. You know, they'll last you a long time, they smell good, and overall I think most of these are, you know, pleasing to most people. Some perfumes are very particular, but I think these perfumes are generally liked by most people. So that's all I have to say about that. So if you have any kind of opinions on these particular perfumes, or any perfumes that you would repurchase, then you can leave those down in the comments below. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.